Companies are paying serious money right now to show up in AI search results, but almost nobody knows how to actually do it right. Overnight, SEO has turned into AEO, which stands for AI Engine Optimization, and for most businesses, it is a complete black box. So using Latito, which is the agentic tool from Ahrefs, which is the gold standard for SEO data, I built an app that solves it. It pulls Ahrefs data. It shows you exactly which competitors are getting cited in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Copilot, etc., writes the article to beat them, and then publishes it to your website in one click. I'm going to give you the exact prompt so you can build it yourself in the description. And if you stick around till the end, I'll show you 4 ways to sell this as a service. In my opinion, this is one of the hottest AI services that you could sell right now. Thank you to Ahrefs for sponsoring this video, so let's get right into the build. One of the biggest opportunities right now in AI, and what a lot of companies are scrambling to pay a lot of money for, like a lot of corporate budgets are going towards addressing the exact problem that we're going to solve in this video, and that is that they don't know how to position their businesses for to appear in AI search results. So traditional SEO has kind of transformed into what people are calling like GEO or AEO, AI Engine Optimization. So the problem is that companies' competitors are appearing in AI search results while theirs aren't. So what we're building today is a simple little app in Latito, which is Ahrefs agentic tool. So it connects directly to Ahrefs to pull in that top tier SEO data and tells us exactly which of our competitors are showing up in which search results. And then it's going to allow us to generate content to help us appear in those search results, so we can push that content directly to our website once we've approved it, and then we can track the performance of that content over time relative to our competitors. So this is a standalone app that we're going to build within Latito, and this is a service that we can turn around and sell to clients, because again, when it comes to AI engine optimization, it's a black box for a lot of companies. So if we can show them that we've got a system in place to systematize that and be able to track it as well, be able to track our progress of our search results against our competitors, that's something that they're definitely going to be willing to pay for. So I'm going to show you guys the full build beginning to end. First, I'm going to show you the prompt that you can copy and paste to paste directly into Latito to build this app for yourself, and then turn around and monetize it. So I'm going to put that exact prompt in the description and in the show notes. You guys can download that for free and use it inside Latito. So I'm going to jump into my screen and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so here is the exact prompt that I use to build the app inside Latito that I'm about to show you here in a second. And what this app does is it produces 4 preview deliverables for clients if we want to turn around and sell this as a service. First is the diagnosis, so showing them where they stand relative to their competitors. It'll create the actual content that we can push directly to their website. Again, it'll publish it via Vercel or whichever website tool that they're using to host their website, and then actually measure the performance of that result over time. So again, here's the full prompt. I'm going to put this in the show notes and in the description. It's about a 10-page long prompt. It's super detailed, but it's going to pretty much one-shot the app that I'm about to show you guys here. So first and foremost, we're going to jump into Latito. It is just latito.app, Letaido.app. We'll have a link to it in the description. And again, this is the agentic tool from the makers of Ahrefs, which is like the #1 SEO data tool out there. So it's legit. I've been using it for a few weeks and I really like it. So we'll jump into console apps on the top left. So when we give it that prompt that I just showed you, it is going to create our console app. And in this case, this is the one that we've got. So what we're going to do is this is pretty much the app, right? How it's set up. The first step is to go through the setup process. So in this case, brand name is, I'm just calling it Corey Ganem. The brand website in this case is my website, CoreyGanem.com. And we're going to come in here and put 2 competitor names. These are just going to be 2 websites of what it would deem as competitors to me. So I'm actually going to choose 2 people that I actually don't consider competitors. They're friends of mine, but for the sake of this demo, they make really good use cases. One is my friend Ryan Dozer. So we're going to go take ryandozer.com, and we're actually going to remove any of like the HTTPS and any slashes in the URL so that we get a really clean result. So we're going to do ryandozer.com, and then we're going to take markkashiff.com, another really smart AI YouTuber. Both of them are very much worth a subscription. Great websites, great brands, and great, again, quote unquote competitors for the sake of this example. So we're going to put those in there, and we are going to actually just copy those directly into competitor names and competitor domains. For target country, we're just going to leave that blank. That's going to search all the global AI results for any AI platform. So this is where we can come in and specify, do we just want to look at ChatGPT? Do we just want to look at Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, etc.? In this case, let's do all platforms. Let's have it return 5 opportunities. So 5 potential content pieces that we can generate from these opportunities. It's going to push the changes to the GitHub repository that owns my website. So it's not going to publish right away. It's going to let us preview, and then we can publish. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click Save Setup, and then we're going to click Find Opportunities. Now, once it's finding opportunities, we're going to let it work for a little bit, and we'll come back when that's ready. Okay, so literally 2 seconds later, it analyzed and found the top 5 opportunities. So it said it retrieved 47 AI answers and found the 5 lowest hanging fruit opportunities. So again, AI answers retrieved 47, answers citing a competitor 47, answers where my brand is missing 47, answers where my website is missing 47, distinct questions available 24, and final opportunities 5. Now, if we had updated that opportunity count in our setup phase to be, 10 or 15 or 20, however many we wanted, it would have delivered us more results than that. But in this case, we just wanted to see 5. So let's look at what it's actually showing us. So the biggest opportunity, according to our app, is an article around what is Poppy AI for. So Poppy AI is just another popular AI tool. I believe it's specific to content creation. So if we can kind of click this drop down and see current AI answer. So basically when people search AI, or when they ask ChatGPT, or when they ask Google, what is Poppy AI for? The current AI answer is this right here. So it's going to give us basically that AI summary that you might see when you Google a question. So this is the current AI answer. And then below that, we can see which competitors are mentioned and which of their specific pages are cited. So in this case, the competitor mentioned is ryandozer.com. So Ryan has a really cool article called Poppy AI Review. Is this popular AI tool worth the hype? Right? So he's done a great job in writing that article. It's positioned well in his website. So now when people search Google, or when they ask ChatGPT or Perplexity or Gemini or whatever, what is Poppy AI for? Ryan's article gets cited in that AI preview. So that's a really good signal, right? So if we look at the second thing here, the second search term is Poppy AI better than ChatGPT? So that's what the app is surfacing as the number 2 opportunity. So again, we can see the current AI answer. So this is just going to be the AI overview that we would see on something like Google. And then competitor mentioned and page cited in this case is the exact same article from Ryan, right? So that one article that he's written is clearly appearing when people search for multiple variations of Poppy AI. So he's done a really good job with that article and getting it ranked inside of AI search results. So now what we can do is we can generate an article for our website to go and compete with Ryan's article and try to get ranked above him, or at least try to get mentioned in that same search result as just another option. So in this case, what we can do is we can click Generate Article, and what it's going to do, you see at the top, it actually shows the workflow. So it said researching opportunity, check mark, right? So that's already done. We've researched the opportunity. Now it's in the phase of writing article. Once it has written the article, it's actually going to validate its own draft. So it's going to do basically a quality control check before presenting it to us. And then it's going to show draft ready. And when that draft is ready, we're going to be able to come over here into the article tab, and it's going to show us any articles that it has drafted that we can approve, or we can edit, or when ready, we can one click push it directly to our website. So you see, in the time that it's taken me to explain that to you, it has already written the full article, it's validated the draft, and now the draft is ready. So I didn't even need to pause and come back to it. The draft is completely ready to go. So here is the article that it wrote for us to go and compete with that one that our competitor, Ryan Dozer, has already done a really good job in ranking for. So the title that it's suggesting is What is Poppy AI for? A plain English explanation. So it's given us that title. It's given us a meta description. It's even gone ahead and written the URL slug. And then here's the body of the article itself, right? So it starts off with what is Poppy AI for, a plain English explanation. It gives kind of like the executive summary. Then it goes into different sections. So the core problem Poppy AI solves, key things Poppy AI is used for, and then it goes into a numbered list, which is really good. Like that tells me that it's doing a good job, because AI search results want to see articles that are very nicely structured and that it can directly pull from like numbered lists and diagrams and things like that. So it goes through a nice numbered list. Then it goes into a section of how Poppy AI differs from a standard chatbot, and then it actually puts that compare and contrast into a table, which again is very good. AI chatbots love to see content like that. Then it says, who is Poppy AI most useful for? And then a simple worked example. So this is doing a really good job. Limitations worth knowing. So it did a good job in listing out the honest limitations. And then it ends with frequently asked questions, which is another thing that AI chatbots look for when citing an answer. They want to see an FAQ, right? So now that we've gotten the draft here, right, we can go down here and click preview article. So if we click preview article, it's going to save it. It's going to push it not to our main website. It's going to just push it to GitHub as a preview. It's going to open the preview request, and then it's going to come back and give us a link that we can click on to see what would this article look like on our website if we were to deploy it directly to our website. So I'll come back here when that's ready, and we'll see what this looks like in a real production environment. All right, so no less than 20 seconds later, the preview is ready. So now we can come down here and it says website preview, preview ready, open preview. So we're gonna open this preview and see what it would look like on our website. So you see here at the top, it very clearly says like this is a draft, not listed publicly. If you were to see the URL, I know I have that cropped out, but this is not on my CoreyGannum.com website yet. This is just like a preview page, but this is what the article would look like, right? It is exactly as we saw it in the draft. It's structured very nicely. It generated the table comparing and contrasting Poppy to a standard chatbot perfectly. The FAQ, I'm curious, has the FAQ perfectly laid out, and it even lists a source as well. So it backlinks to Ryan's article. So we could even, if we wanted it to, because we're technically competing with Ryan in this case, we could just tell it like, hey, remove Ryan's article as a source, because we don't necessarily want to give him that backlink if we don't want to. And from there, it's good to go. So that, to me, looks perfect. Like this is literally ready for me to one-click deploy to my website. So now that we've verified the preview, what we can do is we can come up here to our app and we can turn off test mode. Because when we turn off test mode, then we have the ability to actually publish the article directly to our website. So we're going to turn off test mode. It's going to prompt us. We're going to click OK. Now that test mode has been turned off, it even tells us like, hey, test mode is off. Live publishing is possible. Publishing rights to main after you type publish. So now that test mode is off, let's come back down here to our article. It even makes us check the box to say, I have read this article and verified every fact and source. So we're going to check that box, and then we're going to click publish article. So again, it is literally going to make us confirm multiple times, like you have to type publish in all caps to verify that you want to publish this, right? Because this is going to be live on CoreyGannum.com once we click publish. So it is publishing the article. So I'll come back here once it's ready on CoreyGannum.com and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so now it is live on the website. Again, exactly as we saw it before. Live on CoreyGannum.com, exactly as we saw in the preview. So again, it was just a one-click deploy straight to the website, which is exactly what we want. Now what we can do is we can track the performance over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to opportunities inside of our app that we created. And in this case, this was the first opportunity. We can simply click the start tracking button. And what that's going to do is it is going to pull in new data, right? Anytime we want it to, and track our progress over time of like, okay, this is a new article. It's going to track ChatGPT daily, or in this case, all the AI citation engines. And it's going to show us how our website, how our article is performing over time. So if we click that enable daily checks button, it is going to check daily, and it's going to report back and tell us here, like in this case, it says brand mentioned, no, right? Because we just published this. It's not going to be mentioned yet. It says website cited, no. Competitor citations, 1. So it's going to check daily and refresh daily. Now, if we want to trigger a manual refresh, we can simply click check results, and it'll say last check, source data, and it's going to give you those updated metrics. Is your brand being mentioned yet? Is your website cited yet? Number of competitor citations, including the baseline, and then your AI share of voice as well for this particular question, right? So that is pretty much the full workflow end to end. This is a service that you could go to a local service business or even a larger business and offer this as an opportunity. There's multiple ways you can monetize this. One, you could sell an initial AI visibility audit. So literally show them like, look, these are all your opportunities compared to 3 competitors. Then you could even sell the prioritized gap report if they wanted to self-implement. You could sell the citation ready content as standalone content packs, or you could sell this entire system as an ongoing system, an ongoing service that you offer to a business. So hey, for $2,000 a month, I'm going to monitor your top 5 competitors. We're going to generate content anytime we find a gap, and then we're going to measure that performance over time. And every month you're going to get a report that shows the changes in your AI search results ranking relative to the month before, relative to your competitors. So you can show a direct ROI, and they know exactly what they're paying for. And they don't have to think about it. You're doing this 100% done for you. In my mind, this is one of the biggest business opportunities right now because no business knows how to get a hold of this. And we literally just one-shotted an app in Latito that does this whole process end to end. So this, in my mind, like I said, one of the biggest opportunities out here. If somebody goes and implements this, let us know. I want to have you on the podcast and interview you. I think there's such a big opportunity around SEO and getting businesses ranked in AI search results. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Ahrefs and Latito for sponsoring this video. I will be back soon with another video.